beautiful truth seekers. Welcome in or welcome back to the Third Flame Tarot. My name is Amber. Thank you so much for joining. I'm really happy to have you here. So today's topic is the Taurus new moon. Now, this isn't just your average new moon. This is the first new moon that we've had since the Aries solar eclipse. And not only that, it is a supermoon, which means the moon is as close as it gets to the Earth in its orbit right now. So that's super exciting. But not only that, we've also got the sun in Taurus, we've got Jupiter in Taurus, Uranus in Taurus, and then Taurus's BFF planet, the planet of love and beauty and fertility, Venus. So this means that if we are in a very fertile time to plant intentions, to plant our seeds and help them grow, that the soil is fertile right now. And then with Taurus's stable, dependable, loyal energy, this is just a fantastic time to plant your seeds and plant your intentions. Now that's pretty funny because I think I talked about this in maybe Gemini's reading, the last reading I did, but I got some junk mail yesterday and I was going through the junk mail and I found a magazine and it was just some, Rite Aid or Ostrom's. It was something like that. I don't even remember because the first page I opened up to, I was like, ooh, super drawn to this. But there was a little sign in there that said to plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. And for some reason, that really resonated with me. It sunk in very deep. And so I recycled the rest of the magazine, but I cut this little piece of paper out. I don't know if you can read it. There we go. To plant a seed is to believe in tomorrow. And I feel like that's going to be a lot of the energy we're going to get in the reading tonight. When you plant a seed, you know that something is coming. You're expecting a plant to grow, and not only that, you have faith that that plant will grow. You plant it and then you sit back and go patient, right? And watch your manifestations grow. And I feel like that is a very beautiful energy to bring into the new moon, is plant those intentions and then just sit back and watch them grow and be patient, and maybe they'll grow really slowly and then eventually bloom. So this is a perfect time to plant your spiritual seeds as well as your 3D seeds. So the last few readings I did, some cards popped up, were reoccurring, and were popping up over and over again. Now, we've already talked about the death card and the transformation card. I mean, that's been thick in the energy for over a week now with the Pluto retrograde. But some cards that have popped up in the last few days in multiple readings I've done is the Four of Swords. Now, the Four of Swords is a card of rest and relaxation. It's retreat. It's withdrawal from struggle, attention drawn inward, right? It's a very quiet and meditative card. And this card has been popping out a lot over the last week. So I decided to take this card out of the deck and put it here for my focus cards. And then another card that popped up in quite a few readings I did was the Spiritual Cleansing card. Now, that one is pretty obvious. Spiritual cleansing is, cleansing your mind and using this Four of Swords energy to relax, go into meditation, cleanse the mind. But it also pertains to cleansing the body as well. Fast maybe for a day and drink a lot of water and, eat really healthy. That's all considered spiritual cleansing. And also cleanse your home, not just dust and debris and clutter. No, that's cleansing the energy of your home too. And you can do that by using Palo Santo or sage. You can even just do a meditation and envision a white light, a white bubble or dome around your home. Those are all ways that you can spiritually cleanse your house. So another great way is a selenite crystal. Selenite, if you put it by your door, will really help cleanse the negative energy. I had a period of time where there was a lot going on negatively in my life, and I was told by a spiritualist, a spiritual friend of a friend, to put selenite, a selenite wand above my door, and I can't tell you how much it's actually helped. My house feels so much clearer and the energy feels so much lighter. And then another card that we've been getting over and over again is the card of growth. Now, that's another card that's pretty self-explanatory. I feel like with all this chaotic energy of the Pluto retrograde and the Mars in Aries, and all the things going on astrologically, it's causing a lot of chaos and upheaval, but that is what leads to growth. The chaos is a catalyst, and it will help you grow if you look at things with the right eye. So these are the cards I'm going to keep out for focus as I pull our reading tonight. I'm also going to keep this "to plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow" out as well. Okay, so one more thing before we start pulling some cards is I wanted to mention that anytime the moon is in Taurus, Taurus exalts the moon. So all the planets I discussed and the fact that this new moon is a supermoon, it's equally as, or even more potent rather, because the moon is in Taurus and the moon is exalted by Taurus. So that fertile energy is going to be very potent, and this new moon energy will last about a week. So don't worry if you missed it. That's okay. You've got about a week to really set these intentions and work on all of these things: resting, spiritual cleansing, and growth. So all right, I think that's it. Let's get into the reading. New moon. New supermoon in Taurus. Spirit, I ask that you bring us messages around this new supermoon in Taurus. Help guide us to what our intentions should be. Please tell us more about these focus cards: growth, Four of Swords, and spiritual cleansing. The energy is much more calm today. So yesterday, by the end of the day, I was just absolutely exhausted. So if any of you all are also feeling exhausted right now, that is absolutely in the collective energy. And that's why we keep getting the Four of Swords, is because Spirit is telling us, wow, the energy of the last couple weeks with the Pluto and the Mars, I mean, the energy has just been so high that, I feel like it's time to rest. Like, energies like that, they ebb and they flow, the high energy and the low energy. And an interesting thing about that is that during the peak of the Pluto retrograde, like the day of that Pluto went into Aquarius in retrograde, my singing bowl was the pitch was so high. It was like screechingly high. And when I did my singing bowl today, it was like a really soothing low tone. Just a yeah, just a low tone. And then it gradually kind of peaked in pitch, just got a little bit higher, but it was very soothing, not like that screeching, crazy high energy of the Mars and Aries Pluto retrograde. Gosh, though, the synchronicities around that time period for me were off the hook. My synchronicities were like all day, happening constantly. I do miss that. The synchronicities for me have definitely slowed down a little bit. It kind of feels like the energy is tapering, but I love those synchronicities because they just are, you just can't deny them. They're just, oh, I love synchronicities. You feel so connected. Spirit, we're here to learn more about this Taurus supermoon, this Taurus new supermoon. We're here to learn more about the Taurus new supermoon. Give us a general energy of the Taurus new supermoon. Taurus new supermoon. One more shuffle. Spirit, Taurus, new supermoon, base energy, please. Descendant, Earth, full moon. Okay. Wow. So the first card out is Descendant. Let's read about Descendant. Descendant. Here we go. Okay. Descendant. The descendant is located 180 degrees opposite the ascendant. It is on the cusp of the 7th house. Whereas the ascendant is focused on the self, the descendant is focused on others. It illustrates what one needs from relationships. The bright side of descendant is partnership, bonding, intimacy, and mirroring. Now, another card that's been coming out repeatedly over the last few readings I've done is the reflection card. And so, you know, then the Four of Swords is definitely a reflection card as well. It's a card of meditation, retreating, going inward, right? So that's also reflective energy. But the descendant is also about intimacy, bonding, and partnership, which is with Venus in Taurus, very potent energy right now. The love and beauty of Venus is a great time to spend with your loved ones. Beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. And then, of course, we've got Earth. How appropriate. Can you see that well? I got a new ring light, you guys. I think it's really helping the camera focus better. Okay. Oh, let me pull up Earth here. Okay, here we go. Earth for the Taurus new moon. Earth represents the material realm, nature, and structure. It seeks security and is solid, stable, and grounded. Reliability and practicality come with the energy of Earth. Due to its receptivity, it is also cool, calm, and collected. Remember what I was saying? The energy was so high during the Mars and Aries situation, and then today it was low energy. The singing bowl was the lower tone, very peaceful, very relaxing. So we're getting these like crazy contrasting energies recently. Earth, beautiful. The bright side is tranquil, responsible, practical, grounded, secure, successful, resourceful, organized, stable, dependable, and solid. Yeah. Now Remember, Taurus sits in the second house of the zodiac wheel, and the second house is usually about money and possessions. It's the earthly realm. In the tarot, it's the pentacles. The pentacles are represent the earth energy. So on the shadow side of Earth, we've got rigid, stuck, stubborn, materialistic, sluggish, lacks spontaneity. And that's funny that it says sluggish in here because, yeah, I've been so tired. So there's a little bit of both. Mostly all good though. I've been getting like beautiful, peaceful, like gentle vibes from this new moon. And then, interestingly enough, we've got full moon, which is the opposite of new moon. Full moon. Full moon. See, in the book here, you can see new moon and full moon are right next to each other. So that's crazy. Let's read about the full moon though. A full moon is power energy and illuminating. It can stimulate dreams, intuition, emotions, and healing. Alternately, it can stimulate chaos, imbalances, insomnia, and vulnerability. The moon and sun are in opposite signs at this time. So yeah, during a new moon, the sun and the moon line up, right? So that the moon is dark. So a full moon is the opposite of the new moon. Let's just read about new moon. The moon cycle is initiated by a new moon. It's a great time to set intentions and renew. At the time of a new moon, the sun and moon are in the same sign. Intentions can be tailored to the energy of that sign for greater effect. The bright side of a new moon is rebirth, intentions, new ideas, and plans. So yeah, I'm wondering why Spirit gave us the full moon instead of the new moon. Let's get into it. Now, I was talking with my best friend earlier about dreams. Now, both her and I are very vivid dreamers, and we've both been experiencing a dream drought. That's what my best friend calls it, which is perfect. So we've both been experiencing a dream drought, and y'all might be feeling that too out there. And I wonder if this, and we were talking about the Four of Swords too, and she was saying, wow, yeah, that I feel like that card represents the sleep, my sleeping, and how I'm taking a break from dreams right now. So I'm wondering if Spirit is saying by the full moon is when things are going to pick back up for dreaming. Like around the full moon, the energy is going to start to climb again. Because, you know, just like everything, just like everything in nature, it ebbs and it flows. The energy does the same thing. I love that we got earth energy. We got earth energy in the descendant, and of course the earth card. Beautiful. Spirit, thank you so much for bringing us these beautiful messages. Thank you for bringing us the earth card. How appropriate. We would love to get some more information, please, on this new moon in Taurus. Now is the time to set intentions, Spirit. What kind of intentions should we set? One more shuffle. Spirit, what kind of intentions should we set during this beautiful new moon in Taurus? What should we be focusing on right now? Thank you, Spirit. No way! This, I'm telling you, these cards have been recurring over and over and over again. It's the release card again. What should we be focusing on right now, Spirit? Release. I'm telling you, this has been, like, I would say this card has come out in, like, I think I have 7 videos on my channel now. Like 6 of them. The card, like the release card, is persistent. What should we be focusing on right now? Spirit says, release. Thank you so much, Spirit. What should we be focusing on releasing, please? What should we be focusing on releasing, please, Spirit? What should we be focusing on releasing, please? What should we be focusing on releasing, Spirit? Thank you. Release. This has come out in, like, wow. This came out in Gemini's reading. It came out in Aries reading. It came out in the Mars and Aries reading, pretty sure. And it's come out in like 2 or 3 of my other readings. This is another persistent card that keeps coming out. Release knowledge? Well, that doesn't make any sense, Spirit. Why would we want to release knowledge? What do we need to focus on releasing? We need to focus on releasing knowledge, Spirit? Maybe what we think we know. Maybe we need to be releasing what we think we know. You know, one of my favorite sayings is, it's not the unknown that you fear, it's what you think you know about the unknown that you fear. So maybe Spirit is saying, release what you think. Release some of those thoughts, right? Knowledge. The book. That is an air energy, isn't it? Air is all about communication and logic and mental. It's mental, right? Spirit, what should we be focusing on releasing, please? Releasing knowledge? What should we be focusing on releasing, please, Spirit? What should we be focusing on releasing? Spirit is telling me in my head, you already know. That's why Spirit's not giving me a card. Spirit's like, you already know what you should be releasing. Yes, I know, Spirit. I'm sorry. You put me in my place, didn't you? You already know. That's exactly how I heard it too. I'm like, what should we be focusing on releasing? And Spirit's like, you already know. I guess knowing, right? Knowing is knowledge. So we already know what we should be releasing. Okay, Spirit, I understand. The collective knows what they need to release. It's just they're not paying attention to it. Is that right? They're just not paying attention, huh? They're ignoring it. Any other cards from this deck, please, Spirit? Any other cards from this deck? Thank you. Trust. This came out in like the first reading I did. There are so many cards in this deck that still have not come out in every YouTube reading I've done yet. There are still so many cards that have not come out. We've got trust. Spirit says we need to work on releasing, and we already know in our hearts, in our souls, in our minds what it is we need to release. We already know with the knowledge, the book of knowledge here, we already know what it is we need to release. But we're just waiting for a sign. And I feel like Spirit is saying here, like, not only trust in the universe, but trust in yourself. Trust that you know. You know, I think we do that a lot. Actually, we question our own intuition. We try to rationalize and reason with it. And that is so funny because it's just coming back to me now. Like just a couple hours ago, I was in conversation with my best friend and I was like, oh, you know, I've been trying to reason with my own intuition and connection with Spirit and, you know, trying to become strategic and rational around it. But that is not how Spirit works at all. Spirit, you have to just release and let go and give in and trust that your intuition and your connection with the divine and Spirit is working perfectly, right? So we need to learn how to release and trust in the universe, trust in our own intuition. That's exactly what I feel here. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. Which deck, Spirit? I'm being called to this one. Release. Release all those things that are holding you back, those thoughts, those doubts in yourself. And trust. Trust yourself and the universe. Descendant, Earth, and full moon. Sagittarius, that's a fire sign. Sagittarius is the 9th house and it's Jupiter, planet Jupiter. One more shuffle, Spirit. Spirit, can you tell us more about spiritual cleansing? Why is spiritual cleansing reappearing in my readings? Okay. Anything else? Thank you, Spirit. Window. Trapped. The window and trapped. Why is spiritual cleansing here? Trapped in the window. You know what's really weird? A couple of weeks ago, I woke up at 3 a.m. and I heard a loud sound out in my living room. And I looked down at my feet and my dog was laying at my feet. And I was so scared. And I laid in my bed for a little while. And then eventually I got brave and got up to come see what fell or like what made that noise. And the whole time I was walking to the living room, I have to walk by a series of windows. And it felt like I was being watched, like spiritually watched by something negative. And I went into my living room and there was nothing out of place. Not a single thing had broken or fallen or been out of place. And this happened after I had a cleansing session done, and it kind of ramped up the energy. But they were on the other side of the window, so it's like they were looking in because they couldn't get in. They were looking through the window because they couldn't get in. Spiritual cleansing, trapped window. I think this reiterates what I was talking about in Aries reading. How it's really important, you know, anytime you leave the house to, when you come home, cleanse yourself, cleanse the energy, do a quick meditation, because when we go out in the world, we're bombarded by negative energy everywhere. You know, just walking close to somebody in a low vibration is enough to drag yours down with it. So it's really important for us to focus right now on this spiritual cleansing. Because these negative energies, they're real. They're out there. Trapped window. Why is spiritual cleansing here? Trapped and window. I just got told that I'm not supposed to pull any more from that deck and I need to pull from this deck. Okay, Spirit, we understand that you brought us spiritual cleansing because there are negative entities out in the world and they will latch on to our energy if we're not careful. Can you tell me, though, why is growth here? What are we growing from right now? Well, growth is spring energy as well. Taurus energy, earth energy, growth. I think this is not just earth energy, though. It's like we're growing spiritually. One more shuffle. Yeah, if you've been noticing like weird things happening around your house, like weird noises, and unusual feelings around your house, be sure to cleanse your space and do it with love, right? Don't do it with any anger or animosity or anything like that. You know, open one window or your front door and, you know, peacefully walk around your house and, you know, ask them to leave any negative energies. It will eventually drag you down. Now, I had to learn that lesson the hard way because I was curious and my curiosity got the better of me. I wanted to learn more about those negative entities and energies. So I let them stay in my energy for too long, and eventually it started to slowly change me. I started to slowly only want everything black. You know that song by the Rolling Stones? Na 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 na. Yeah, that's like how I started to feel. And then finally I was like, oh, I gotta let this go. And it was hard, actually. It was really hard. But I did. And I feel like Spirit is definitely telling us to be careful of that. I mean, they're important. They're important for the world and the ecosystem, the spiritual ecosystem. But, you know, if you hang around them too long, it will start to affect your health, your mood, your energy. One more shuffle, Spirit. Spirit, you told me to grab this deck. Can you tell us more about growth, the Four of Swords, and spiritual cleansing, please, for this Taurus new moon? Tell us more. Tell us more. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see what we got. Seven of Wands. Wow, okay. So it's kind of, there's kind of a story right here. You know, I asked Spirit more about the Taurus new moon and why the Four of Swords is here and what we should be focusing on and putting our intentions into. And we've got the Eight of Swords, which is a self-imposed prison, feeling trapped, but you're not actually trapped. It's a mental state. It's, you know, the swords are air energy, so that's mental energy, right? So you feel trapped internally. But and then the next card we've got is the King of Swords, which is strategic air energy. He cuts through the bullshit. Let's just say. You know? And then we've got the Eight of Wands in reverse. Now the Eight of Wands upright is about quick communication. But to me, the Eight of Wands in reverse is like no communication, like Four of Swords energy, like go into meditation, peaceful meditation, and contemplate, you know, take yourself out into nature and be alone. And then the Seven of Wands is next. And the Seven of Wands is all about defensiveness. I think this is pairing with spiritual cleansing, right? Like being defensive about your own energy. Because the next card is the Nine of Cups in reverse. And the Nine of Cups in the upright is about emotional fulfillment, like complete emotional fulfillment. It can also symbolize overdoing it with like partying and drinking, but in the reverse, to me, the Nine of Cups is about internal fulfillment. Nine of Cups. So it's like Spirit is saying, you know, use this King of Swords to cut this shit out, right? You're not actually trapped. You're not actually stuck. You know, go into your Four of Swords energy or meditation energy. Use your knowledge and your trust in the universe and spirit and release. Look, release. Look, here's the knife to cut the ropes off the Eight of Swords person, right? And same with the King of Swords. He's got a knife. Like, cut those ropes, cut that blindfold off, trust in the universe, and go into a meditative state. Rest, you know? And, you know, now is the time to be a little defensive over your energy. Protect yourself. Use spiritual cleansing. You know, Spirit is definitely telling us that we need to protect ourselves from negative energies in the world. You know, the energy in Taurus, Taurus is a feminine side. Earth energy is feminine, and feminine is very gentle and peaceful and kind and fertile, right? But the feminine energies need protection from the masculine energies. It's just the way the universe works. It doesn't have anything to do with like gender or anything like that. It's just the energy. And I feel in this fertile energy of the Taurus new moon, we need to be extra careful and protect ourselves from these negative energies. You know, if you find yourself in a situation that is chaotic or it's lowering your energy, it's draining your batteries, it's conflict and stress, like get yourself out of that as soon as possible, and then go out into nature and sit in meditation in a quiet space and get rid of that. Because Spirit is saying, because we are so fertile in this moment with our intentions and our energy, we're gonna have to just put up our guards a little bit more with the Seven of Wands, right? Put up our guard a little bit more, trust in the universe, and in internal happiness. Beautiful. Beautiful. Release. Cut the ropes, cut the blindfold. Spirit obviously wants us to be releasing some things right now. And just rest. Flow with this beautiful earth energy. Plant your seeds. Plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow, right? So plant your seeds, your spiritual seeds and your actual seeds, and get ready, because there's something going on with this full moon card here. Like the next full moon we're going to have to prepare for. I have a feeling that this full moon coming up is going to be also a very powerful full moon. That's what I'm going to ask Spirit. I want to know a little bit more about this full moon card. Spirit, can you tell us a bit more about the full moon card that came out, please? I would like to know more about the full moon card. One more shuffle. Can you tell us more about this full moon card? Why is it here, Spirit? Third house. Gemini. Gemini. The moon is going into Gemini next. The moon will be in Gemini on Thursday. Wednesday. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, the moon will be in Gemini. And then it'll move into Cancer later on the 10th. Interesting. Okay, full moon, Gemini. Anything else? Saturn. Saturn, Kronos, god of time. The third house is all about communication, right? Its planet is Mercury. It's air energy. Full moon, third house, Gemini. Gemini and Mercury, this is the house of communication. Through this house, connections are made with others that are valuable to experience. Information is gained and shared in an effort to learn. A healthy sense of curiosity about the world leads to growth in life. Bright side, effective thinking and communication, acquisition and useful information, networking. Why is the full moon card here? The third house. Look at this picture. There's a bunch of mouths. Networking and communication. Maybe you're going to encounter some communication around this time. Now, we did get Saturn. And Saturn, Kronos, is Kronos, god of time. Grim Reaper, old age, debility, lethargy, inertia, fear, loss, death, elders, father, structure, form, limitation, duty, career, heights / falls, practicality, agriculture, patience, discipline, dry, cold, airy energy. Saturn rules Capricorn and Aquarius, exalted in Libra. Libra is also an air energy like the third house. Well, maybe we'll just have to wait and see what happens at the next full moon. Perhaps this will make more sense when we get there. Perhaps there's going to be some kind of communication in the collective that will change things. Okay, Spirit. I can tell you're a little tired today too, Spirit. I think Spirit's in a Four of Swords energy today. One more card for the collective, please, Spirit. Anything else you want to tell the collective, please? Anything else? Anything else you want to tell the collective, please, Spirit? Thank you. Ooh, okay. Wow. Garden. Garden. What was I talking about? Planting seeds. Planting seeds not only in physically, but spiritually, right? Planting seeds. Garden. Beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. And then we've got the fish. Water energy. Oh, I get water your garden. Spirit's final message is water your garden, plant your seeds, water your garden. Not just in your 3D, but in your internal, your spiritual bee. Water your garden. Beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in today to this reading. It's been a pleasure having you here. I hope to see you again soon, and have a beautiful day or night wherever you are out there. Namaste.